Yo, what is up, yo? My name is Devin, and today gonna be a little feeling a little Recently, we all know I was injured. Oh, poor baby Devin. He's cried about it so often, and I'm over it. I'm happy, and I'm back to training pretty fucking hard. The tail end of that is that I feel like a fucking twig. Okay, I feel like a literal twig. I definitely did lose weight, and I'm rebounding from losing that weight. I believe I lost 16 pounds within 4 weeks, which is fucking atrocious, literally fucking terrible. I lost a decent amount of muscle mass as well as fat. It was more skewed towards muscle loss than fat loss. I returned back to training. Obviously, all of my numbers had been down from over a month. I believe 6 weeks of not training, doing like spinning bike and sauna, and my numbers were just abysmal, okay? And currently, I'm just getting back to where like 70%, 80% of where I was before, so not even back to my normal level of training as far as weight and sets go. Well, I'm doing the same amount of sets and reps, but just not the same level of weight. I just kind of wanted to like give you guys insight from like my point of view, right? Because I'm able to set up, the camera makes me look so big, right? Like the camera, I look so big, but in reality, right? Like this is just regular. Every motherfucker with social media knows how to make themselves look sexy with angles, and this is definitely like my best angle to look like a sassy, handsome man. But to be honest, I genuinely did lose weight, and even though you guys are gonna be like, Devin, you look the same to me, the fact of the matter is that I'm not the same size, okay? Even if I simply go like this, compared to if I step up to you guys like this, I'm gonna look bigger. Obviously, I'm gonna optimize the camera angles, I'm gonna optimize the lighting, all of that. I be feeling like shit, son. Lately, I've been feeling like shit. I understand I look handsome, I understand I've developed a nice physique for myself, but also at the end of the day, motherfuckers feel like shit. I'm sure even Chris Bumstead feels like he looks like shit sometimes, and he'd be wrong 100%. And some of you guys will say I'm wrong. No matter where you are in your journey, sometimes you feel like you look like shit. Shit will happen to you. How many times have I said shit? Is that an ad in the background? Y'all act like that's not an ad, because I had something mad like sensory playing on the TV, and now it's just simply playing an ad. So I say that to say I find it kind of hard to sit here and like make Instagram posts and shit about how awesome I'm feeling and how, you know, pick yourself up by your bootstraps and shit. I have been doing that, and it's just like I just mentally appear. Some older lady when I was at Chick-fil-A complimented me. She was like, oh, thanks for the help, muscular young man. I really needed those muscles. And I'm just like, because I was holding the door for her, and I'm just like, bitch, I'm a twig. What are you talking about? And it just kind of like, it's a brain fuck because people perceive you in a different way than you perceive yourself. Even though I know I did take a giant step back, I believe I've gained 10 pounds. 10 pounds since I did lose that weight. So ideally I would be down only 6 pounds, but I think a lot of that weight was like equally muscle and fat. So it's not just like I gained 10 pounds of muscle right back. It's that my body composition is different than it was before. So my abs are a little bit less visible. I'm holding a little bit less glycogen, and it's just not optimal whatsoever. So it kind of makes me feel shitty about myself, and I don't want to show like one side of the coin, like how to stay motivated, how to do this, how to do that, and not also be honest with you guys like, hey, sometimes I feel like shit. It's okay to feel like shit, and it comes and it goes and it ebbs and it flows and it peaks and it valleys, and maybe I'm meant to be a rapper instead. I guess it's just crazy because like I was speaking to somebody who's a trans guy and a model and a very successful one within the industry, and he was just telling me like all the ways that people change their photos, draw ab lines onto themselves, and just change everything in Photoshop. And I'm just like, what? Like I genuinely don't do that. I told him like, and I'll tell you guys as well, the only thing I add to my photos is in Lightroom. I'll throw a pic over here of what Lightroom is. I add sharpening, and sometimes I add a vignette around the edges of my photos to kind of make it look darker on the edges, which like brings me more to the forefront. But I never in my life have drawn on abs onto my body. I've never like fucked with things, just manipulated the photo to the point where I look so unrealistic and so far removed from how my physique is in real life. I'm 150% positive in myself that I will get better to where I was before my injury, but for the time being, I'm feeling a little brittle, feeling a little bit less strong. The only thing I have is the same level of motivation. I just want to be honest with you guys. I guess this is a mini rant about the industry. Everything just is always going to come to fruition. So if you're training like a dickhead, if you're not prioritizing form, I'm not saying that's what I was doing. I think I just was so set on going to failure that I wasn't listening to my body, and that's what happened. That is the video, y'all. If you stuck to this point, congratulations. Thank you for supporting me. If you are interested in one-on-one personal training in person, North Miami or Broward County, Florida area, hit me up. If you're interested in online coaching, meal plans, or training plans catered personally for yourself around your macros, your physique goals, what training facility you're currently at, or if you're training from home, email me, devindiscoaching@gmail.com. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. My tag is gonna be somewhere over here, and be a nice fucking person. That is the video, y'all. Like I always say, Devin loves you. Devin's a Dawn, and Devin is out of here, boy.